So I have to say, I am loving the new intro. I love the little noise it makes. It makes me very relaxed before we start, which is great. So hello there, everyone. Happy Monday. I do hope that you've had a really nice weekend. So it is Monday, and we do have a new release today, which is amazing. So it's the Eclectic Vibes, and it's very 80s retro, I do feel. Hello there, everyone that is popping in. Hi, Stacey, Gail, and Sue. Thank you so much for popping in, and thank you for sharing too. The lovely Kat is behind the badge with us today, and she has given us a quick heads up. If you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Alton New store. Hey there, Diane and Sue. I'm okay. We're getting there. We're okay. Hi there, Leslie and Rosie and Carmen and everyone else that's popping in. Thank you so much for being here. So instead of me chatting away, because we have had that little intro, so it doesn't mean I need to waffle as much, I am going to pop you guys down because I can see that there are a fair few of you there. So I am going to pop you down so we can take a look at this release. Please let me know your favorites and what you may already have in your little cart. Please let me know. Hi there from Italy and everyone around the world too. Thank you so much for sharing too. Hi, Fadia. Yeah, I haven't seen you for ages. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to move my computer out the way because it is having a little bit of connection issues. So I'm hoping we are good, right? And I'm hoping that that's okay if I just move it like that. Please let me know if you want me to move down, move up, anything like that, and it will be great. Hey, Kat. Thank you for being there. So this is the new release. I do have a couple more over to the side. This one here is the Gardenia Duo. So as the name suggests, we have two beautiful Gardenia blooms in this one. So you can see that we have one that's kind of full on the top and then one to the side. They do have two additional coloring layers. We also have two leaves and some really great sentiments in here. And I don't think I have a magnificent sentiment, which I do in this one. So I do love that one. So that's my favorite sentiment from there. You're magnificent. Then we have the die set, which is going to cut out those blooms as well as the leaves. We also have the mask stencil. That means we can color in the base layer and also mask out the images really, really quickly. And then we have the watercolor extravaganza. Sorry, I don't actually have the right packaging for this one, but you can see just how pretty this one is here. So we have various different blooms. This one may be my favorite from the release. You know me and my watercolor wonders. This one's kind of like a sister set to that one. So as well as that, you do have the matching die set available as well. And you can see just how well those images are in fact going to layer up just by looking at the die set there. Then we have the vintage vibes. I do love this one too. This one is just so clever. So we have the vintage TV here, and then we also have a roller boot or roller skate with two different images that you can pop in there. I am going to open this one up because we do have the layering guide in here. So you can have this really cool vintage looking TV. You can have the roller skate with the rainbow, and then also the one with the flower. I'm not sure which one is my favorite. Maybe the rainbow one. I'm not sure. I do love this set really a lot. Really a lot. Ugh, good grammar, Lydia. Then we have the Vintage Vibes die set. So that's going to create the TV, the little roller boot, the inside of the screen, so you can maybe pop a photo in there if you wanted to, which would be really clever, and then the heart that you do have on the stamp set. We also have the simple coloring stencil, which is going to allow you to add more of a detail within here and other things like that. I love you in the I love Lucy. It's so fun, and there's like you're bewitching in there as well. So I don't know if you can see it properly, but it is in like the bewitched font. It's so cool. I love that. Okay. So then we have the cool decades. And this one It's got some really cool doodles in there. It reminds me of very, I don't know, 90s high school TV show. Hopefully you know the one that I'm talking about. So we have happy birthday to the best thing that came out of the, and then you can either put 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. So this is one that I will be using for my friends because it's just too cool and I do love it ever so much. As well as the Cool Decades stamp set, we also have the Cool Doodles 3D embossing folder. Now this matches the stamp set, so you're going to be able to create this really cool background there. I've just got one here just so you can see just how cool that one is. Everything's really cool, retro, so fun. So then we have the just a number. So if you do like sending sentiments, like birthday sentiments with a little bit tongue in cheek, this may be one for you. The more candles, the bigger the wish. Age is just a number, in your case, a high one. Age is strictly a case of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. So this is a really fun one. So you can make some really cool ones for your family and friends with this one. Then we have the just a number die set, which is going to create a happy birthday layered die set. So we have the happy, the birthday, and then we have the shadow for each of those. I am sorry, Kat, I am rushing through these, but when I use them, I will be a little bit slower. So I am sorry, everyone. You can check out the whole of the release in the link that I have popped in the description. Oh, Rosie, look out for a YouTube, a Crafty Corner video on that one. There is one coming, I promise you. So this one is the Adore You add-on. So if you have the Adore You set, this would work perfectly with it, but you don't necessarily need the Adore You set to use this one. You can definitely, as you can see here, I have created a full card just using this little small but mighty set here. So that one is that, and then you also have the matching die set, which is going to cut out the images from there. We also have the I Really Miss You, which is ever so cute, and then we also have the Miss, which is a layered sentiment. So you can then create that. So you have the Miss Perfect, and then you also have the shadow there. Then we have some 3D embossing folders. So this one is the Delightful Frame. As you can see, we have some lilies in there, and these look like kind of apple or cherry blossom on that one. If I flip that around, you can see it's a 6x6, and it is going to create that really large frame in the center of the 6x6. So that one is the Delightful Frame. Ta-da! Then we have the Pressed Flowers. This one is so beautiful. There's so much detail in this one. Very kind of etched, kind of like a book engraving. So this one is the Pressed Flowers. Again, 6x6. That will cover the front of a A2 card perfectly, or a 6x6 one as well. Hi there, Gwen, and everyone else that has popped in. Then we have the Illusion Triangles. I am loving this one. Just to add a subtle background onto your cards with a little bit of white cardstock, we can definitely play around with this to create various different effects as well. Oh yeah, Christine Pierce, that little mini set, I do love them. And especially, like, you know, it's so cute. And it does do a lot of things. You can create a whole background with that. Next up, we have the window slat. So this one does look like, is it horizontal blinds? No, horizontal. Yeah, horizontal blinds, unless you do it that way, and then they're vertical blinds. Completely up to you. And then we have the Playful patterns. This one is very cool. So we have 4 different stencils in this one with 4 different patterns on. You don't necessarily need to use all of the 4. You can definitely play around and create some various different looks with this one. Venetian blinds, that would have been easier to say. Yep. Oh, it is a great look. Okay, and then we have Thank You for Being My Friend die set, and we have the Thank You Friend. We have the For Being, so you could use this on its own if you wanted to, For Being My, and then you could add a sentiment from a different set. So you could Being My Mum, from Being My Dad. That is cool as well. So that one, is a good one to go for too, and it is quite large. It's quite sizable. Okay, so please let me know your favorites and what you want me to play with. Let me know what you want to see. Maybe you've got your eye on something, you're not quite sure how it works. Please let me know and I will grab that out and we will have a good go with it. Okay, so I'm going to try and move everything over because you know me, I do get in a little bit of a mess on these lives. I try to be clean and tidy, but it doesn't work. So if we are having no requests at the minute, I will show you those little skates, the little roller skates. Okay, and I am trying to use up my scraps. So if you see that I'm using some really weird size papers, I'm just using my scraps today. Oh, the Playful patterns is one of your faves too. Right, I'm going to go with the roller skate first, and we'll try and get through as much as we can. Okay, so we're going to go with skates. Okay, and I'm going to pop that down there. So these skates are so cool. I love them. We do have the layering guide in there. I do find it's easier to start with this layer here. So this is going to give you the little laces and the sole of the boot. I'm going to move you guys down a little touch. So I am sorry if you feel a little bit sick. Okay. Oh, Sue wants to see the TV on this one as well. Okay, we can do that. So I'll try and do the boot really quickly. Oh, Christine, yeah, you know what I'm like. My brain doesn't work that great, but it crafts well. So, you know, trying to remember words and horizontal, diagonal, vertical, not great with me. Okay, so this one is the little boot, and then we will do the TV as well. Oh, Daisyville. Oh, I hope not. Yep, I can show you the indicators on them. We do have etching on this one, I believe. Also, this one hasn't got a set way of how to use it. This one, you can really play around and create some really great effects just by yourself. So I'm going to go with the flowery one. Not like me. I know I would have normally gone for the rainbow, but, you know, I've got a rainbow one here. So if I pop that up there, you can see the difference between the rainbow and the flower. So let's go with some, I don't know, some turquoise boots. Okay. So I've got the volcano lake, which is part of the seashore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the sole of the boot and also the little spots that have in for the laces. And you can see that they're not going to stamp. So I find that's the easiest. I kind of line up those laces and then turn it around until everything kind of locks in, and then I can stamp down into place. That's a really easy one there. Okay. So once I have that layer down, I can then pop in the flower. The flower does have 2 layers for this one, and it's just going to fit directly into the spaces that are left. So I am going to go with a purple rose. Not like me, but you know, I know there's a lot of purple lovers out there, so why not go for it? I did get some purples out, so let's use them. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spin this around because I believe it goes that way. But if I can't figure it out, what a way to do, okay, is to grab the carrier sheet, and it is going to fit perfectly that way, okay? It is going to fit in because it's kind of directly over, and that's the way it's supposed to go. So if I line this up here on there, make sure that my block is nice and straight. When I ink this up now, I have a fair idea of where it's going to go. Hopefully that makes sense. See? There we go. So the first time I struggled, then I, you know, sat back a bit, took a look, took my little bit of a time, and it went in there perfectly. So that was Wisteria. And I can't remember the purples that's from. I'm sorry, cat. Bit rubbish. And then I'm going to go with the hydrangea. Again, if you're having trouble lining this one up, always check that carrier sheet. They will be in the right orientation that they do need to be in. Yeah, I'm just going to give it a wiggle. I think it's around about there. That'll be okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so there's that. And then we have one layer for the leaves. And let's go with some nice bright green leaves for that one. So let's go with the grass field, and this is from the Green Meadow set. And there we go. And we're not finished. We're not finished. I got excited, but we're not. Okay. Now we have the little deck. I believe this is called. This is where the wheels attach. I believe it's deck. Not 100%, but that's what I'm going with. And I'm going to go with the grey denim from the Gentleman's Greys, I would like to say. I'm going to line up the heel part and the bottom of the sole and then stamp that down. And let's put some wheels on it. And I'm going to go with some yellow wheels. Let's go with it. Bright yellow. Yellow makes me happy, so that's what we're going with. And there we go. Oh, I just love it. This is so cute. It makes my heart happy. And we will do the TV as well. So that is, you can see there that we have the rainbow boot and we also have the flowery boot. And let's go with the TV. I'm trying to see if I've got a scrap which is just big enough because I am using my scripts. I'm doing it. I went through my scrap drawer the other day and I just seen there was loads in there. So I just need to get through it. Let's go with the TV. And who wouldn't love a purple TV? Let's go with the purple TV. So I'm going to use the same purples as before. So I'm going to go with Wisteria. Purple vintage TV. Okay. Oh, just love it. And then we can go with the dark color. So that is the base. I'm going to go with this darker color here. Oops. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. You are in with a chance of winning at 50. Oh, I forgot about the antennas. Okay, I will have to do it again. You can't have a vintage TV without the antennas. Let's do it again, Lydia. I will use the back of that scrap for something else. Yep, we do have dies for these, and we also have the simple colouring stencil, which I will use for this television too. So Wisteria down again, because I got it incorrect the first time, but we're okay. And then I'm going to go with hydrangea. And pop that around. Gonna add the little feet on as well. Oh, it's just too cute, especially in purple. Oh, love it. Okay. And then we have the little dials and things. I think that should have been grey. Yeah. What can I say? I went a bit wrong. Let's go with ultraviolet. This one. Put those into place. And then we have the little dials. and that's Andromeda. Oh, Gwen, it is so cute. It is so, so cute. I'll pop that in too. So we have those little things in there. Now we have the TV screen. I can add this in grey, dark grey, I think. Let's go with Cloudy Night. But I mean, if you were making like a scrapbook page as well, and you had, I've got a picture of an old vintage TV, this would be so cute too. So I have that. I'm then going to take the simple colouring stencil for this one. And I'm going to be able to add it on, like the TV's off, but it's all shiny and you can see how round it is. Grab my grey. Yeah, already running out of space. So I'm going to go with Silver Lake first. Keep that in place. Add that on. And then we have the grey denim, so I'm just going to switch that over. Put that on. Right, when I lift this off, you're gonna, it's so cool. Look how cute that is. Okay, so, oh, I just love it. And we have those really cool sentiments on there as well that we can just add to the TV. I'm going to go with You're Bewitching, because I remember this show. I'm just going to pop that in there. Oh, love. We do have the coordinating dies for this, so we can cut out that quickly and easily as well. We don't get the test screen image, but you can definitely do that. I have gone on the Hop, which I do recommend that you check out, and there are some really cool projects using this TV. It's so, so cool. So that one is the Vintage Vibes. And we did have a request for the Playful pan. So I'm going to move this onto my used pile. Just going to try and clean stuff off as we go, so I don't create too much of a mess. Okay, but there's me trying not to create a mess and then actually not creating a mess, and you know, that's not going to happen. Ooh, I have this cool moon rock cardstock, which I haven't used in a while, so let's go for that. And that stencil that I've popped somewhere. There we go. So this one is the Playful Patterns, and like I said, you get 4 different stencils in this one, and they're all different. And you can see that we have like polka dots, we have flowers, we have leaves, and we have these cool kind of splotches on there. Rosie, yeah, I don't normally clean as I go, but then I have no room by 15 minutes in. So I thought, you know what, we're gonna try this. So on here, you do have kind of recommendations on how you can use it, but this is not be all and end all. You can play around with this and create so many different looks just with these 4 stencils here. Okay, so it does, you know, it has a recommendation of how to use things. So let's go with how it recommends. Okay, so if I look at the first stencil, I'm just going to look at this image here, and you can see that it looks like a boot or a Christmas stocking, and I have that here, so I'm going to go with that. And I'm just going to pop that into place. I'm going to kind of just go cornerish. And I'm going to go yellow, I'd like to say. So this is chamomile. Hold it in place. Oh, not very well. Let me just go over it. I do love a little bit of yellow on my cards because I do find that it does really brighten things up. Card without a touch of yellow seems a little dull to me sometimes, even if it's just like a flower center. Touch of yellow in nearly everything. Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to move that over. I'll pop that in the sink later, so I'll put that on my cleaning pile. Okay, so I'm then going to take the second one. I'm just going to look at the images here, and I'm kind of looking at this image, and it's the same as that one. I think I'm good to go with that, and just pop that into place. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. Things are going to overlap things. It's going to be okay. Everything is going to come up rosy. This one is the grass field, so I want a darker color than the one that I've already used, but not too dark, just in case I do need to go over it again. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, and pop that in. I am using my large ink blending tool this time because I do have one designated for green, not necessarily yellow. Oops, way off with that lid. Okay. And I am sorry, I have got a bit of a shadow going on there, but yeah, it'll be okay. Everything will be fine. I'm then going to go with the flowers. Okay, just look at that. Yeah, that looks okay. But again, this is just a loose layering kind of thing. Just have a play. Shall we go with purple again? You know, no. I'm going to go pink. I've already done 2 purples. And I do have a large pink one, so let's go with that one. This is Pinkalicious. You know what? We can add more flowers in. Oh, yes, we can. You don't have to use the stencil as recommended. You can really play around with this one. So I am going to move some more flowers because I want some more flowers on this. So I'm just going to move that over. And I'm going to have some there. And I'm going to go with, oh, maybe I want them more that way. Oh, yeah, liking that. Okay. I'm going to go with Snapdragon for this one. I'll just use my yellow one. So you can make as many flowers on here as you want. You can make as many stems. You don't need to use the flowers. You don't need to use the leaves. You don't need to use the splotches. It's just one that you can really play around with and create your own effects. I think even just using that leaves randomly, kind of moving it, twisting it in all different colors would be a great effect, especially when autumn comes and you do it all in browns and things like that. That would be cool. I then have this one, and I know that this one here lines up with the flowers. So the inside of those flowers will have a little dot in them as well. So I'm just trying to figure out where they're going to go. Maybe I've twisted it the wrong way. Try that way. That's it, Lydia. And let's go with some gold. Why not? And I'm just going to pop the larger dots into the center of the flowers. And we will need to move this around because we did put 2 layers of flowers down. So I'm not, yeah, let's go with the dots. Let's go for it. I was going to leave the polka dots, but you know what? You don't have to. You can play around with it. And I do find that with this metallic ink, I find it easier to use a foam tool on these and kind of squidge it through the stencil to get that really dense metallic-y look rather than kind of doing it like normal ink blending. I don't know why, I just find that it gives a better look that way. Okay, and then I do have those flowers again. I'm not quite sure how I went. Maybe I went upside down for the orange ones. There we go. That kind of looks like it can be it. So I'm just going to go in with the flower centers. Hi there, Gemma. Oh, I do love gold. And this ink is fabulous. Okay, there we go. That will definitely need cleaning. Can't be leaving that one just as it is. But there we go. And then because we have that beautiful gold on that, it will shine and add a different look. Sorry, I hiccuped. But there we go. It's so cool. But you can definitely make this more dense if you wanted to by just using the stencils over and over. Sue, yes, they do. I just wanted to be able to cover this a little bit quicker than using my detail ones. But yep, you can definitely use those too. And I have used them. I do have a designated small blending tool, detail blending tool for my gold as well. So that one is the Playful patterns. Please let me know if, yep, the first layer is just some fun splotches. You don't have to use it if you want to, but you can definitely play and create your own looks, that one. I did have a request for the pressed flowers. So what I've done is I've just popped that on through my embossing machine, just using some blue cardstock. And I'm going to take my gold ink again. Why not? And let's go over it. So I'm just going to use it really lightly with my ink pad, and we're just going to see how this works. This is going to really add kind of dark gold. So I'm just rubbing it over so lightly, just kind of whispering across the images. And I used to do this all the time, and I don't tend to do it anymore, but it does give a stunning effect. So I am going to do it. That gold just looks luscious. It does kind of look like gold foiling. It's that kind of beautiful, dense gold that we are getting on there. But there we go. We have some more image over here. I'm trying not to get the background, and I am being very careful not to do so. And then I do it there. But I think I did quite well. You can add some more detail if you use your blending tool and just go in a little bit more, and that's going to kind of pull out the ink more, but we've still got that really dark look of the just rubbing it over the edge. This is going to give us more of a two-tone gold effect just by using the same ink but different ways to apply it. And this one is the Pressed Flowers embossing folder there. And that is ever so pretty, ever so opulent, I think, with that gold. It is fabulous. Yeah. Kind of looks like you've embossed some foil, maybe, with just how beautiful that gold ink does sit on top of those embossed edges there. So that one is the Pressed Flowers. please let me know what else you would like to see next. I do have other things to go through. I will go with one of my favorites. Let's give it a go, shall we? So this one is I don't have a big enough. Oh, I do have a big enough scrap. Check me. Let's go with this large flower. I don't actually have the layering guide, so I'm just going to eyeball this one. So you can see that you don't necessarily need the layering guide because this is really easy to layer up. So let's go with a yellow at the bottom. Let's do it. So I'm going to go with a sun ray. Thank you, Sue. I do try. If I have missed anyone's request, please let me know. I am sorry. You know me, I get a little bit excited. I run off without thinking and just play. Sorry, I'm sorry. So that one is the largest, and that one was the sun ray ink. Let's go with some pink. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to go in with some cotton candy. Let's try this. Okay. Pink onto yellow. And if it does go wrong, guess what? It's a piece of cardstock. And not even that, it was a piece of scrap cardstock that probably would have gone in the bin anyway. So let's give it a go. I'm lining up the centerpiece and just trying to make sure that everything does kind of fit in with that layer that we've popped down, but I'm not worrying too much if it does go out because it's a watercolor look that we are going for. So hey, that'd be good. So that is the cotton candy. So it isn't really very pinky, but we've gone on to yellow, so it's cool. And then I'm going to go in with this layer, and I'm going to go with coral berry. One of my favorite pinks. Again, just making sure that it fits within there. That's probably not where it goes, but you know what? It looks good there, so I'm not going to worry too much. And if you did do it like this, no one's going to take your card and go, that's not correctly layered up there, because they won't know. And let's go with the green center. So I have Firefly. So these are from the Green Meadow, I believe. Firefly, just pop that in. Doesn't need to be lined up perfectly correct. And then we have the outy bits. I'm going to go with Shadow Creek for that one. And that bit too. I did have just green fields. Okay. So if you did want to create more of a watercolor effect with these watercolors, florals, that's totally possible too. Sorry, stomach was growling. I'll do this flower again with the same colors. And this time we'll go into a piece of scrap watercolor paper. Okay. So I'm going to take the same image again so we can get two different looks. Will you fit on that? Yes, you will, you little beauty. And I'm going to go with Sun Ray ink. Same as before. This time I'm going to take my little spritzer, bottle. I'm just going to give that a spritz. I am going to onto watercolor cardstock. So it's not going to give you perfect edges, but why would you want it to? Especially if you are doing this technique, you do want that kind of loose, really watercolor look. So I am going to give that a quick blast, just so when I put the next layer down, it doesn't bleed into this one too much. still a bit damp, but we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to go with the same color as I went with before, so we can see the two different looks. And it was the Cotton Candy. Before I go, I will give it a spritz. I'm kind of putting this down as a barrier so it doesn't go over. That wasn't a great spritz. Trying to keep that within what I've just done. Lift up. Ooh, okay. Maybe I should have gone for a darker one there, but we're okay. And quick blast again. I also want to say, if you do go higher, it's going to move the ink around less. So if you want to move your ink around, go quite low. If you want to keep it where it is, go quite high. Okay, and the third layer, and that one was the Coral Berry. Okay, I'm going to just leave that as it is. I'm not going to use all of the centers like I used on the other one. I'm just going to go with the larger and then the outline one. Go with Firefly. Because I haven't dried that last layer, these will kind of go in a little bit more. But yeah, okay, so there we go. You can see that you can kind of change the way that you do use your stamps to give you a different look with the images too. So that one is the Watercolor Extravaganza. Please let me know what else you would like to see. I think we've got time for one more if you are quick with your suggestions. So we have the Cool Decades or the Gardenia. Please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just go for the Gardenia. Camellia. Okay, I think that one's the Gardenia. So let's go with that one. Sorry, Cece. I think it is the Gardenia because we don't have a Camellia. So hopefully it is this one. Okay, so this one is the Gardenia Duo. And I am going to use my scrap on here too. So I'm just going to take the one that's from above. So take them from when you bend down, give them a sniff. My Gardenia, I think, may have perished because last year it was nice and green. This year, it's not looking too healthy, and there's no flowers on it. So I don't know. Maybe it takes a couple of years for them to actually blossom. I don't know. I only planted it last year, but this year, not so great. So that is my first layer. Just using my obsidian. This one's really quite easy to line up as well. So the base layer is just going to cover the whole of that Gardenia. Let's go with some pink diamond. I'm just going to twist it until I can see that it's going to line up with all of the outer edges. give it a squidge. Beautiful. And then we can go for the other one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of place this down. Okay. Place it down the right way. And you can see that everything just kind of connects in. So it's going to add a darker edge around the base of all of the petals for this one. Let's go with Rubelite. Okay. Again, really easy to layer up. If you do need help layering, we do have a layering video for this set. We also have the layering guide within the packaging as well, and that will greatly help you out with that. And that is just so pretty. So you can see with just the outline and 2 color layers, you're going to get this fabulous look here. If you wanted to though, if you did want to add some more details, you know me, I would add them in with some pencils. Maybe I have this color, which is the Rubelite. So I would just test it on the side to see if this is the kind of color that would work with that. And all I would do is I would just add some more little lines to each of those petals, just where I wanted it the darkest. So just flicking outward. And I know it doesn't take a lot of effort to do, but I do find that it does add more depth to the image. And you can do that with all of your layered stamps, and you could add, you know, your own personalized extra layer to everything that you do have there. So we have played around with quite a lot of all of the new stamps and dies and embossing folders that we have in the release. I am going to move you guys up now. Hi. So hello there everyone. It has been a pleasure to be with you this Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do hope that you spotted on something in this release that has made you want to go and grab out your crafting supplies and make something beautiful today. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you to the lovely cat for being behind the badge. I know I throw these items at you quickly. I am sorry. But I know that you are a star and you just fire them back into the comments so everyone can take a look at the products that we have been using. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you again this week on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining. See you again soon. Bye.